Good morning, this is Larry with another modern day parable. Today's parable is called, Am I a Fireman Yet? In Phoenix, Arizona, a 26-year-old mother stared down at her 6-year-old son, who was dying of terminal leukemia. Although her heart was filled with sadness, she also had a strong feeling of determination. Like any parent, she wanted her son to grow up and fulfill all his dreams. Now that was no longer possible. The leukemia would see to that. But she still wanted her son's dream to come true. She took her son's hand and asked, Billy, did you ever think about what you wanted to be once you grew up? Did you ever dream and wish what you would do with your life? Mommy, I always wanted to be a fireman when I grew up. Mom smiled back and said, let's see if we can make your wish come true. Later that day, she went to her local fire department in Phoenix, Arizona, where she met Fireman Bob, who had a heart as big as Phoenix. She explained her son's final wish and asked if it might be possible to give her 6-year-old son a ride around the block on a fire engine. Fireman Bob said, look, we can do better than that. If you'll have your son ready at 7 o'clock Wednesday morning, we'll make him an honorary fireman for the whole day. He can come down to the fire station, eat with us, go to all the fire calls, the whole 9 yards. And if you'll give us his sizes, we'll get a real fire uniform for him with the real fire hat, not a toy, with the emblem of the Phoenix Fire Department on it, a yellow slicker like we wear, and rubber boots. They're all manufactured right here in Phoenix, so we can get them fast. 3 days later, Fireman Bob picked up Billy, dressed him in his uniform, and escorted him from his hospital bed to the waiting hook and ladder truck. Billy got to sit on the back of the truck and help steer it back to the fire station. He was in heaven. There were 3 fire calls in Phoenix that day, and Billy got to go out on all 3 of these. He rode in the different fire engines, the paramedics' van, and even the fire chief's car. He was also videotaped for the local news program. Having his dream come true with all the love and attention that was lavished upon him so deeply touched Billy that he lived 3 months longer than the doctor thought possible. One night, all of his vital signs began to drop dramatically, and the head nurse, who believed in the hospice concept that no one should die alone, began to call family members to the hospital. She remembered the day Billy had spent as a fireman, so she called the fire chief and asked if it would be possible to send a fireman in a uniform to the hospital to be with Billy as he made his transition. The chief replied, we can do better than that. We'll be there in 5 minutes. Will you please do me a favor? When you hear the siren screaming and see the lights flashing, will you announce over the PA system that there is no fire? It's the department coming to see one of its finest members one more time. And will you open the window to his room? About 5 minutes later, a hook and ladder truck arrived at the hospital and extended its ladder up to Billy's 3rd floor open window. 16 firefighters climbed up the ladder into Billy's room. With his mother's permission, they hugged him and held him and told him how much they loved him. With his dying breath, Billy looked up at the fire chief and said, Chief, am I really a fireman now? Billy, you are, and the head chief, Jesus, is holding your hand, the chief said. With those words, Billy smiled and said, I know he's been holding my hand all day, and the angels have been seen. I almost didn't make it through that one. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day and